You will not believe the legal turn this push to redraw congressional lines in Maryland just took. My name is Jenny Bamber. I'm a reporter. I got 90 seconds. Let me break this all down. So a judge just ruled that the redistricting amendment headed for the November ballot cannot go before voters. But hang on, because this gets a little confusing. The judge then immediately paused his own ruling, which means that the question can be on the ballot and be certified on Monday by election officials. I'm going to back up and explain what this question actually does for the uninitiated. It is not a new map. It would instead change Maryland's constitution to make it clear that the rules about things like the way boundaries are drawn apply to only state districts and not congressional ones. And those rules would be on the ballot in November. If voters approve it, then that would clear the way for Democrats to redraw congressional lines and introduce new maps in the next legislative session. That would potentially target the lone Republican in Maryland, Andy Harris's district. So why did the judge block it? So earlier this year, Maryland passed a law requiring state ballot questions to be certified by July 1st. They tried to get around that because the bill actually says that notwithstanding any other provision of law, which basically they were trying to say that, this July 1st deadline applied to the rest of the public, but not to lawmakers themselves. Remember, there was a special session and lawmakers didn't approve this amendment till August. Judge Robert Thompson essentially said you have to follow your own rules. I talked to Senate Minority Leader Steve Hershey, who is a Republican. He was gleeful about this, and this is what he had to say.
We thought all along that this piece of legislation that the Democrats passed in August was going to be considered unconstitutional for a variety of reasons, and the judge agreed with us.
Now, of course, Governor Wes Moore sent in a statement saying that they respectfully disagree with the judge, and they've already filed an appeal to the state Supreme Court. Then Senate President Bill Ferguson, who initially resisted this whole redistricting thing up to this summer because he was talking about the legal risk around it, basically said in a statement that the General Assembly has the authority to do this, and he expects the state's highest courts to agree. Now, there's a serious time crunch with all this. State election officials are planning to certify ballots by August 31st with the question on it, noting that if the expedited Supreme Court decision in Maryland happens, that could validate or invalidate that question. Hit that follow button, share with your communities, and hang tight because we got a lot going on.